Journalism has stayed the same. It's how we deliver and produce it that is different. So what does that mean? You have to be more plugged in. You have to be more connected to your community. You have to find your community, be proactive in finding that community in real life as well as in virtual life, in digital space, on social media, on Twitter. It means you have to work your ass off because you can't sit back. There's a lot of competition, and that makes for better journalism. You know, there's a difference between art online and online art. Art online is you take the Mona Lisa and you put it on a website. Online art is taking advantage of this technology and making art out of it. That's how I look at a web journalist, an online journalist, a digital journalist. I'm not taking video and putting it online. I'm not taking photos and text and just putting it online. I am using this medium that incorporates video, audio, text, and mashing them up together to create experiences that can only be made that way. And that can incorporate social media, that can incorporate crowdsourcing, that can incorporate things like jQuery for, you know, these certain effects. That's what I look at. If your sense is, oh, the professor has all the answers, he or she speaks, and I listen, that's the wrong formula. It is now a lively conversation. And, you know, I'm teaching a class in the fall called Augmented Reality, AR Storytelling in Journalism. Well, I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but we're going to pull something off. And that's that dynamic that I want from a student, to be proactive about that, to not worry about grades, but take advantage of the time to learn and experiment, and not worry about the school, does it have a curriculum? You're at a school that has gear, that has smart people outside of the journalism school that you can work with and mash up and experiment and create cool things. Yeah, so I'm a Google Glass Explorer, and I won the privilege to buy these things, and thankfully I'm at an institution that was able to purchase them for me. And I got them because I'm interested in figuring out just that question. How can I use Google Glass, this new technology for storytelling as a journalist and things like that? And you know, I think this is a thing. This is a thing. It's a cool thing. I think it's gonna hit. People are gonna use it. And hopefully it'll be less awkward looking. I feel kind of dorky wearing it, and so I'm not wearing it all the time. But I do think that it has some really cool things. So for example, I can say, okay, Glass, take a picture. And without touching, I took a picture of you guys interviewing me. I can record video, I can Google things, I can look up things on a website. In fact, I can demo it for you. Okay, Glass. Google excellence in journalism. So it got my audio, it's Googling excellence in journalism. And I can look at what other results have shown up, right? So I'm going to click on this web page, view the web page. And then here's a really trippy part. 2 fingers on Glass. If I look down, it scrolls down. If I look up, it scrolls up. So I can look and say, like, what's happening on Sunday? Click on that link and it launches that link. So that's just one thing, right? So that's as a consumption. I think what this offers, as Google Glass offers for content creators, is allow people to bring people with us, a POV shot of something, meeting someone, going to a place that people don't have access to. Really easy, really seamless to capture video and audio. It's not going to replace broadcast equipment, but it offers a really cool feature to that. Sunday, 9 a.m., there's a session called Geek Out. This is a session I've done for NHJ. I created it there. I used to run the conferences. I did the math. I've been involved with NHJ for 18 years. I started when I was 19, when I was a student. And so this is a session called Geek Out where it's just nerding out over stuff, really informal. Like I have Google Glass, apps, talking about microphones. So just, it's not a typical panel. It's us nerding out together and sharing, like, oh, I'm trying to figure out an app for recording audio. What do you guys have? So that's called Geek Out. That's at 9. At 10:30 is the title, which I came up with, which is really lame, called Journalism Coding in You. It's going to be an epic panel. It's called Battle Royale because really it's a real talk, frank, lively conversation that is going to discuss in true squad the concept, the question of, as a working journalist, how much code do you need to know? We have a fantastic panelists that are just we're gonna have a lively debate. We're gonna battle.